Yo guys, what is up? It is Heaven11 here today, and I am bringing you a new sort of series idea for FIFA 20. We'll do at least a few of these for now, and then we'll just kind of see what the reaction is to it and see if there's any more teams that it would be applicable to that would be worth it. But basically what I've done is this is called the Throwback Team Challenge, where I have transferred 10 to 13-ish players onto teams, and I sim 3 years in career mode and just see how many trophies we can win and what the new players or ex-new players do for that team. And here we are starting off with Dortmund. We have brought back Ousmane Dembele, Christian Pulisic, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, Ciro Immobile, Henrik Mkhitaryan, Kevin Campbell, Marc Bartra, Robert Lewandowski, Ilkay Gundogan, and Socrates. So we're gonna have to not include all of them. Obviously, that'd be very well near impossible. But what I can do, 352, let's do that. So we have rearranged the team here, and well, it's pretty good to say the least. I'd say the only weak spot really is Socrates, but other than that, I mean, there is a lot going for this team. But one of the rules is I can't sign anyone, so this defense just is gonna be like this. I can't really change anything about it, so we'll just have to make do with what our defense looks like and whatever. And I can obviously sell players, but there's no real reason to worry about that. Wow, they want us to win the Champions League and the DFB Pokal and the league. So they basically have seen Mr. Takeover and gone, alright, win us everything. So, but basically now all there is to do is come back on January 1st and just sort of see where the team is at and check in on what the trophies are shaping up to be and what our throwback players are looking at here stat-wise and whatever. So I'll see you guys in January. And we have arrived here on January the 1st. We can kind of check in here. Alright, so in the round of 16 of the Pokal, we beat Darmstadt 2-0. We got a 3-0 win in our last Champs group stage game. We're winning quite a lot of games. We drew with Bayern, beat Inter, lost to but that was a close game against Barca there. Beat Slavia, we beat Inter twice, beat Slavia Praha twice, and we drew and lost with Barca, so we definitely got out of the group. And we're definitely up there in the league. We won the Super Cups. There is a trophy we can write out. Man, who's scoring all these goals? What? Crystal Palace came in for Royce? I think that might be one thing we struggle with a bit here, is most of these players are not going to be happy because I'm not rotating the squad at all. So it's just kind of up to whomever is getting, the playing time. Alright, well, Berkey's clearly played every single game. Off of goals, Lewandowski's got 18, Royce's got 17, Aubameyang's got 9, Immobile's got 7, Sancho's got 6, Hummels has 2, Zagadou has 2, and he's in my subs. I don't even know if he's in my reserves. Delaney has 2, Haaland has 1, Socrates has 1, Bartra has 1, Witzel's got 1, Chan has 1, and then Royce leads the assists. Aubameyang's got 5, Chan's got 4, Lewandowski's got 3, Sancho's 3, Hakimi's 3, that Hazard's 3, Hummels is 3. Why does Hummels have 5 goal contributions? Piszczek has 1. Berkey's got 13 clean sheets. I mean, Lewandowski's definitely been good, but Royce has probably been the standout, and he is not left. Royce's top goal scorer, Lewandowski's in 5th, Aubameyang's in 8th. That's, you know, some pretty big news there. I mean, we're still not winning the league, apparently. Apparently Bayern is going for an undefeated season. We have less goals against and more goals for, but we're still 3 points behind on the same amount of games. The DFB Pokal, we're against Cologne in the quarterfinals. In the Champions League, we're matched up against Napoli. Oop, I didn't mean to do that. In the group stage, we finished top. Slavia Praha was negative 19 goal difference. So we went out top, and we got Napoli, which isn't the easiest tie out of those, but it's whatever, really. I will just sim to the 24th, and I'll see you guys back then. Well, we are definitely back here for the end of the season, and we won the DFB Pokal, and we lost to Juventus 3-1 on aggregate in the quarterfinals, but we did beat Bayern to get to the final of the Pokal, and we drew with them. I don't know if we did enough to win the league here. We drew with Napoli there. We smoked them 4-1 on the first leg, so my manager rating is 58, and that's not the greatest rating, so I'm lost out on 3 points on the league, but we won the DFB Pokal, and we won the Super Cup. So I mean, we won 2 trophies in the year. I mean, Aubameyang got Bundesliga Player of the Year. Berkey got Goalie of the Season. So I mean, like, we clearly had a pretty good season here. Man, did Royce even score a goal in the second half of the season? And Aubameyang popped off there. By goals, Lewandowski had 32, Aubameyang had 31, Royce had 23, Immobile had 11, Sancho had 10, Chan had 3, Hummels had 3, Delaney had 3, Zagadou had 2, Haaland had 1, Wolf's on loan, Hertha, Hakimi had 1, Thorgan Hazard had 1, Witzel had 1, Bartra and Socrates all had 1. There are a lot of random ones. But then off of assists, Royce had 17, Sancho had 15, Aubameyang had 9, Hazard had 6, Chan had 5, Hummels had 5, Lewandowski had 3. So Lewandowski's quite the ball hog, I guess you could say. Hakimi had 3, Witzel had 2, Piszczek had 1, Guerrero had 1, and Berkey had 23 clean sheets. So I mean, Bartra went up 1, Witzel went down 1, Dembele went up 1, Sancho went up a few, Lewandowski went down 1, but other than that, Haaland went up 2, Brandt went up 2, Sean went up 1, Delaney went up 1, Pulisic went up 2, Guerrero went up 1, Zagadou went up 2. So, I mean, there was good growth in the team. But, I mean, ultimately, probably not the overwhelming success we would have hoped for, to only walk away with the Super Cup, which is just a one-off game. And the Pokal, yes, it's big, but I mean, we also didn't win the league, and we didn't get to the semis or the finals of the Champions League. We got knocked out in the quarters. So there is a bit more to be desired. I mean, Dembele was probably the worst performer that was actually in the lineup. He didn't score or assist, I don't think, in the whole season, and he was in there from start to finish, supposedly. I mean, given how the simming works, I couldn't tell you if he was actually playing any games or not. But they need to fix the simming on this game. Honestly, I've got so many players complaining about playing time when they're in my starting 11 and stuff, and it's like, well, what do you want me to do, honestly? So, although apparently he was one of our top performers, Zagadou will probably outgrow him this season, so we'll just make that substitution now, and that'll be the team we run with. I guess I just made 2 tiny changes and whatever, so time to get on with this simming. And if we do get fired for whatever reason, I'll just go to a different team and then sim this season again, and hopefully we end up still in the top league of Germany, so I can kind of see the stats of certain players and whatever. But ultimately, I have no control over me getting fired or not. I'm sure they want us to win the league and whatever, so if Bayern keep on kicking our butts, then there's nothing really holding them back from beating us to it. So I'll see you guys when we get to January. And we are here in January the 1st. I realized as I started simming, I forgot to show you guys our Champions League group, but what it ended up being was Basel, Valencia, and AS Monaco. Another loss to Bayern there. We beat Gladbach. It looks like we're doing all right. The manager rating is up. We are in first. Only by 1 point, but we are in first. And Aubameyang and Royce are up there again on the goals. Apparently I got manager of the month. Sancho's a 91. Alright, it definitely makes a difference when your team is first of the league versus just in second, when you have so much pressure on you, because everyone's actually pretty happy. And that didn't happen at all last year, really. We were going to check the stats. So, Berkey at 13 clean sheets. Don't mess with him. Aubameyang and Royce are tied at 17 goals. Lewandowski's got 9. He really fell off a cliff this year, I guess. Sancho's at 9. Immobile's at 5. Witzel's at 4. Bartra's at 2. Hummels is at 2. Hazard's at 2. Haaland and Akanji are at 1. And then the assists. Royce is top of that once again. 8. 6 for Aubameyang and Sancho. 5 for Witzel. Lewandowski and Hazard both have 4. Chan has 3. Bartra and Berkey with a big old 1 assist on the year. And we're gonna go check the DFB Pokal and see who we're playing there, and then the champ, we're playing Bayern. So if we get past that, we will most likely win, and then Napoli again. To be fair, this year I would have taken Napoli. I'll take Napoli. Super Cup, won that on penalties, so we are back-to-back Super Cup champions. So we've technically amassed 3 trophies so far. Is that like a small dub at all? We'll see how we're looking at the end. We'll see how we're looking here at the end of May. And we are here at the end of May, and to no surprise at all, we did not have the real Champions League success we wanted here. We lost 4-3 on aggregate to Napoli, but we did beat Bayern in the quarterfinals here 2-1, and then we drew with them in the league. And from everything I'm seeing, the league should still be in our favor. We beat Hoffenheim. We're going into this. Ooh, I don't know if we won. Ooh, that manager rating doesn't seem to suggest we won. We did. Okay. We won it by 2 points, even though Bayern were undefeated. We won it by 2 points. So, we've got a league title. We have 2 Super Cups. And we could have 2 DFB Pokals. There's the main man Sancho with the trophy. It's great sights to see here. Wow, we went from goalie and player of the tournament to not getting any of those. Who's on the team of season? Lewandowski, Sancho, and that's it. All right, that's despite being title winners, we lose out on a lot of spots to Bayern there. I mean, that's a really solid starting 11, if I have to say so myself. That's pretty solid for what we had, I guess, going for us. But we will sim this Pokal final. No, we won't bother with that. Auto replace just for the match. And do we have back-to-back Pokals? We undoubtedly have completed a nice treble this year. A Super Cup, a Pokal, and the league. But the Champions League, man, that thing has eluded us for a good while now. But, I mean, 5 trophies in 2 seasons is not too bad. Not too bad. But there is still one more season to go. And we shall sim ahead to that one. I don't have much to say, so I mean, for now we'll just call it a small dub till we see Champions League success. I don't really think it's gonna be a huge dub for us here unless we get some Champions League success, even if it's just we get to the final. Honestly, if we can just make it past the quarters of the round of 16, that wouldn't be too shabby, Alonso, you know. So I'll see you guys when I change the squad up. Alright, so what we are gonna do for the team sheet come this season, we'll play Haaland instead of Aubameyang, just because we'll probably outgrow him in the end. We'll keep them as they are because they're doing fine. Sancho at a 92, but he's only got 78 shooting. Odd game. We did lose Mkhitaryan. I negotiated his contract poorly and he left, but he never played a game anyways. Or if he did, he didn't contribute much to what we're doing here anyways. So that's on me, but you live, you move on. We succeed in other ways. And we're just, now they don't even want us to win the Champions League. They know we can't. They know it's cursed for us, so they're just saying, go ahead, get to the final, and just prove to us you can even do that. So, as Mr. Takeover takes over, ironically, this last season in charge of Throwback Dortmund, let's see how many more trophies he can add. Can he add 4? Can he add 3? Can he add 2? Can he only add 1 or even none? Hopefully not. Hopefully we can three-peat on the Pokal and the Super Cup. That'd be kind of interesting to see. Maybe we can win back-to-back league titles. And maybe, just maybe, we can find a way to get to that Champions League final. Maybe, just maybe. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see you guys when we get back to January 1st here, though. So, alright, before we do that, never mind. We'll see you January 1st. I forgot our groups don't come out until later on. Thought we could achieve the system, I guess. Alright, see you in January, boys. And we have just hit January 1st here. We made it out of the round of 16 in the Pokal again. We're still chugging away in that tournament. We had Spurs, Lille, and Spartak Moscow in our group. And from everything I've seen, we won every single game. So, we drew once again with Bayern. I went to penalties then. Our rating's a 74. We are top of the league by 5 points. Sold a player. Who do we have? Mönchengladbach, and then Bayern's still in it. So, check the Super Cup. 3-time champions. This is Mr. Takeover's tournament game right there. Champions League, Lazio. So instead of Napoli, we get Lazio. I mean, looking at the teams we could have come up against, yeah, not the worst draw, I guess. I feel like every time we've checked on Berkey in January, he's got 13 clean sheets. There he is. Big all season right here. 12 goals, 11 assists for Sancho. Royce got 12 and 14. Holland has 11. Robert Lewandowski's got 11. Aubameyang's got 6. Chan has 5. Witzel, Hazard, Guerrero, Brandt, Dembele all have 1. The assists, Royce and Sancho, obviously, and then Chan and Hazard with 3, Aubameyang with 2, Bartra, Witzel, Guerrero, Brandt, Lewandowski, Immobile, all with 1. I mean, it looks promising. I don't want to jinx anything going into this, but this season's been quite the interesting one. So I guess we'll just sim up to May and kind of hope we are in 2 finals come the 21st or whatever. So see you then, boys. There is some bad news. We are in no finals come the end of the year here. We lost to Paris 3-1 on aggregate. We got past Lazio 2-1 on aggregate. We lost to Gladbach in the quarters. So the only saving grace here, yeah, smoked the league. Won it by 16 points. But I'm just seriously disappointed in our Champions League success here. This team that's won the league twice, the Pokal twice, the Super Cup 3 times. Never got past the quarterfinals. Never got past the quarterfinals. Look at this. Sancho's the same rating as frickin' Ronaldo. Granted, this isn't our best team we've seen. Probably last year's team was better. But really, like, not even the semis. Alright, well, before I get all agitated, 27 clean sheets for Berkey. Sancho with 24 goals, Haaland with 21, Royce with 18, Lewandowski with 14, Aubameyang with 12, Chan with 7. I think that this has probably been his best season. Guerrero with 3, Hummels, Witsel, and Hazard, and Immobile with 2, Brandt, Dembele with 1. And then we sort here by assist. Royce with 20, Sancho with 16, Aubameyang with 6, Chan with 6, Hazard with 4, Hummels and Witsel with 3, Akanji and Brandt with 2, Bartra, Guerrero, Gundogan, Lewandowski, Immobile, all with 1. Well, to summarize, I think it's been a domestic success. 2 league titles, 3 Super Cups, 2 DFB Pokals. Continental success, let's just say there was none. There was none in any form for us here. I guess I'll say my biggest surprises with this have definitely been Sancho hitting 94 and the lack of European success for us. I knew Sancho was probably going to hit 90s, but I didn't expect him to get 94 or whatever, so all in all, I'll take this as a small dub. I'd say getting 7 trophies in 3 years is quite impressive. So we'll give this a small dub rating, and yeah, this is it. There's nothing left to do except say we'll see you guys in the next one, and yeah, peace.